Yes, sir.
Can you start, sir?
Good evening, everybody. Shri Kumarswami College, Asha welcomes all the honorable dignitaries and participants for the international webinar on the topic Deep Dive into Studying Masters Abroad. The college has been conducting a long series of national and international webinars with the purpose of giving and taking knowledge, enriching knowledge, and having fruitful discussions so that answers and solutions can be found. The webinar series is going on very successfully and smoothly because of the innovative academic leadership of the chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Bedkar sir. At the outset of this webinar, I welcome him as the chairperson of this webinar. I am elated to welcome today's honorable chief guest and keynote speaker, Asha Prathaban ma'am from American University of Switzerland. Ma'am, I heartily welcome you on behalf of the organizing committee of the webinar series and Shri Kumarswami College Asha. Welcome. I also welcome all honorable organizing committee members, Vice Principal SD Misal sir, Ravindra Karanje sir, Praveen Utge sir, IQAC coordinator Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am, Dr. Patwari sir, Sudhir Garad sir, Ambadas Khillari sir, and Dr. Wadkar sir. We all are eager to listen the keynote speech by the honorable speaker. But before that, I would like to invite Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am to introduce today's invited speaker. Please ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to this grand national and international webinar series organized by Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Asha. For this series, respected Principal Dr. Bedkar MM invited all the women resource persons with the aim of women empowerment, dignity, and for spreading and sharing the knowledge among intellectual peoples. Because of the efficient Dr. Bedkar MM. So first of all, I would like to thank introduce keynote speaker on this virtual platform. My special thanks goes to all the respected organizing committee members, IQAC coordinator and staff members. Those are supporting like backbone of this series, and a big thanks to all the respected participants. Those are joining daily from all over India and abroad also, and they are making this series very successful series. So I am very happy to introduce today's keynote speaker, Honorable Asha Prathaban ma'am, Admission and Recruitment Officer, India at American University in Switzerland. Topic of presentation is Deep Dive into Studying Masters Abroad. Her qualification is BCA Computer Software and Media Applications, MBA in marketing management, marketing, etc. from Algappa University, Karaikudi. She worked as education counselor in 2017 to 2019. She has experience as coordinator at Billabong High International School, Erode, Tamil Nadu, India. She also has experience as student recruitment officer of the American University in Switzerland. She is skilled in marketing management, business development, career counseling, recruiting and online marketing. She is a strong professional personality with MBA Marketing Management. So after this introduction, I would like to request today's keynote speaker, Honorable Asha ma'am, please start your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anita, for the introduction. Okay, so good evening, warm greetings to you all. I would like to appreciate Dr. Baker for this great initiative, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this national level webinar series. And to all the lovely ladies out there, wishing you all a happy Women's Day in advance. To begin with, the actual topic is in deep dive into the higher education abroad, but practically it is difficult to explain everything about the overseas education in this 45 to 50 minutes. So what I plan, so instead I'm going to take you through two things. I'm going to give a definitive guide to higher education abroad, which includes all the necessary basic information one should know to start your journey of higher education abroad, or you can help and guide someone who aspires to study abroad. And finally, I will take you to Switzerland. I will give an overview about Switzerland and American University in Switzerland. I'm using this opportunity to explain about my university as well. Okay, so here is my presentation. Okay. So, definitive guide. This is a short guide for higher education abroad. A well-planned path can be a key step towards a future you truly aspire. So, the pivotal advice that I want to give you is planning is the key for the successful journey of higher education abroad. Okay. So reasons to do your study abroad. Focus is on skill building. Skill building, Indian universities mostly focuses on subjects. Largely focuses on subjects. And whereas international universities focus more on skills like communication, problem solving, critical thinking skills. And the second thing, see the world, travel to great countries. So most of us will be studying within the country, and we choose our career within the country, and everyone will have a dream to go to abroad or pursue our higher education in abroad. So we can use this opportunity, we can study abroad. Obviously, it will open a gate for you to pursue your higher studies as well as your career across the world. And global outlook, embrace new cultures and traditions. So if you're going to a different country, you can experience different cultures and traditions. And making international friends. Most of the international universities, reputed universities, will be having students from everywhere across the globe. So for example, if in American University in Switzerland, we have 40 plus nationalities inside our campus as professors and students. So once you are entering into the university, you will have an opportunity to network with people across the world. So it can help you open the gate for so many career opportunities and network with so many corporate people, MNC leaders. So you can network with so many people. And then scholarships and financial and mental support. Scholarships, yes. So many international universities will offer you scholarship. So that's why I said planning is definitely important in your career of higher studies abroad. So you have to well plan before. If you are truly aspire to do your higher studies in abroad, you should plan before 6 months at least. That is what I strongly suggest. So you can variety of scholarship universities will offer, international universities. So it depends on the language test score, as well as your academic score, and so many other criteria. Few universities will provide scholarship for Indian students, international students. So we can check on that. So that's why the previous planning is needed, and financial and mental support. So many banks, like if you don't have the money to pursue higher education abroad, obviously it will be expensive. So you can opt for a loan, education loan. So many banks are ready. If you have the unconditional offer letter with you, so many banks, Indian banks are ready to provide you loans. Under even 100% education loans also available these days. And international experience will help you get your dream job. Of course, so in American University in Switzerland or any reputed universities, international universities will allow guest speakers. So they will constantly be visiting the universities, and they will give guest lectures, as well as you will have the opportunity to network with so many people, like MNC, people in manageable positions in MNCs, and some global leaders who are already successful in their career. So you will have an opportunity to network with those people, and it will help you to get your dream job. And then research opportunities. Yes, obviously so many research opportunities are available abroad, and studying abroad is one of the most eye-opening, mind-bending, life-changing experiences a student can have. And embracing this adventure is learning about yourself. You can explore so many things about yourself while you are learning abroad. And then important factors to choose the best university for you. So prime factor is choosing a university that suits your budget. Obviously, budget is everything. The cost of your studies is another factor to consider before making your final decision. If you or your parents cannot afford them, it is not a problem. If not, there is a way to find your studies, such as scholarships, as I already told you, such as student loans are available, and sponsorship. Your university which you are studying right now, your schools or university can sponsor for your studies. So many options are available. And budget wise, yes, you should, before starting your planning, you should check on the budgets. So how much is the tuition fee, as well as the accommodation charges and the living expenses, what and all that you are going to afford, like in the different country. So you should check on that. And choose a university based on language requirement. An important aspect you should check is the language proficiency requirements set by your chosen university or college. Most universities and schools in non-English speaking countries have a wide offer of English taught degree. So you have to check the medium of teaching before applying to any college or university. And then choose a top university based on international ranking. Different international ranking focus on different criteria. Few ranking system focus on overall best universities and colleges that are most popular. Few ranking system will reveal the top university based on subjects and discipline. A same university will have a different ranking in different ranking systems. Well, definitely ranking can help you to narrow down your search, but they are imperfect. Use them to your advantage, but don't choose a course or a university only based on data from rankings. And choose a university offering your favorite subject. So some destinations are obvious choice for certain disciplines, such as engineering in Germany, UK and Switzerland for business studies. Culinary arts degree is famous in France, Italy and Switzerland. Arts degree in Italy. psychology degree in the United Kingdom, and fashion design degree in France. This doesn't mean you only have to pursue these degrees in these locations. These are most famous locations which can provide much more quality education on this particular discipline. Choose a university in prime location. If you go to a university or college in a big city or a metropolis, you will benefit from many advantages like finding a job easily. You can find a job easily if your college is situated in a metropolis. Then traveling without inconvenience and easy access to banks and city centers, and enjoying a lot of cultural activities. And if you are in the heart of the city, you can enjoy so much cultural activities. That is what we want when we are going to a new country, right? And to start the process of your higher education abroad, planting a basic outline of an idea in your head is vital. Okay. So planting a basic outline of the entire process. So you have to plan before you start. That is what I previously said. That can help you in so many ways. I'll tell you how. Of course, we have a search engine as a modern mentor nowadays. But if online surfing doesn't help, you always have people. Ask people or your relatives, parents or friends about which university does anyone has already studied in pursuing their higher education abroad. You can ask them. If you still have no clarity, we can always jump to the next option. Inquire directly on the university website with all your queries until you have no doubts regarding the university and the course that you wish to pursue. University will have in-country representative like me. I'm also an in-country representative for American University in Switzerland. So like me, who can help you on the entire process, like end-to-end process, from the application till the visa process. These persons can help you. Nowadays, you have agencies also too. You can go to agencies, whereas they will help you on the end-to-end process, and the conversion will be better if you directly approach the university. So they can give you a clear picture on how to apply for the scholarships and what are the types of scholarship that we are providing, and how to get into the university much more easier. So if you are direct approaching the university, they will redirect you to the education counselor or in-country representative. They can guide you better. And then university will have, make sure you check your university's criteria and requirement and work accordingly. So every university criteria, admission criteria and requirement will vary. So you have to check that before once you're starting your application. And time to take a test. This is a very important thing if you want to pursue your higher education abroad. Different countries and courses fall out for different tests. Consequently, you need a specific course to secure your place for you in the university. So you need to give tests like IELTS, TOEFL, PT, SAT, and few more. These are the English language requirement tests. So whereas you need to score, mostly the university will ask for minimum 6.0 score for IELTS, and PT it will be around 78. That will be the almost average score for most of the universities. So you have to check on specific before giving your test, English language test, and you have to work accordingly. And then international students and those who plan on pursuing masters or PhD in a STEM field are the one who need to take the GRE test. Okay, and finally, applying for visa. So student visa are issued only when your admission is confirmed at a registered university. So the university will provide you conditional offer letter initially. Few countries like UK and USA will provide you conditional offer letter, whereas the student will be lacking in some conditions, like they might not pay the fee, or they have to fulfill their final. They might be in their final examinations and waiting for the results. So in that case, the university will be providing you conditional offer letter. So places like Switzerland, there is no conditional offer letter. That is, you can have only unconditional offer letter. So you have to fulfill all the university requirements for applying to the applying to the visa. So visa process, every different country have different visa criteria to meet, and it is a visa process is a very long process in the entire process of higher education abroad. So every country, your funds has to be very clear. If you are going for any higher education in an abroad country, your funds has to be clear, and you have to show the each and every money, single piece of money, you should show the account of where it come from and what is the source and everything. So it differs. A few country might ask you for 3 months bank statement. Few country might ask you for a 1 month bank statement would be enough. Few country might ask you for 6 month bank statement. So how you got the fee? So from where you got the fee and who have sponsored? What is the relationship with the person and why he is sponsoring you? So you have to specifically give all those details, and that is very important for the visa to be successful. And then, important thing you need to keep in mind that this procedure has to start 2 months prior to your college commencement date, because mostly the visa you will get 4 to 6 weeks. After 4 to 6 weeks only you will be getting your visas. So you have to definitely apply 2 months prior. For any country that matters, you have to apply minimum 2 months prior to your college commencement date. And then you have to plan 6 months prior. That is what pivotal advice from me. You have to start 6 months prior, because then only you can able to apply for the scholarship. You have to make a research on which university offers the best for your subject, particular discipline that you are choosing. Which university is best for that? You have to make a research, and then you have to apply for how would be the visa process. You should arrange the fund according to the visa requirement of different countries. Like as I said, 3 months. If the some countries like UK will ask you for only 1 month bank statement. So if you are planning 1 month in prayer also, 3 months in prayer also, no issue. You can apply, you can arrange your funds immediately, and you can apply for the visa 2 months in prayer. But few countries may ask you for 6 month bank statements. So you should plan minimum 6 month prayer. Then only you can be able to arrange the funds, and you can show all the sources and from where it came, and you need to mention each and everything and get sponsorship letters from everyone, from the people who are sponsoring you. So the process is very lengthy process. So you have to start minimum of 6 months prior to your commencement. And the next thing is pre-book your hard tickets. So why this is also an important thing? Once if you got your visa, before getting your visa also, if you're very much confident that you will get the visa, you can book your hard tickets in prior, because obviously for any abroad country, the hard tickets would cost you much expensive, right? So you can constantly check on the tourism websites and check for the discounts, and you know the date, right? Because for mostly the highest intake would be September intake. In the September month, most of the students will be flying to abroad for their higher education, and the demand for the air tickets would be very higher. So instead of waiting till you get your visa, if you have the funds with you, you can pre-book your air tickets by checking the constant discounts. And you have an option, right? You can cancel it anytime within some particular time limit. You can cancel it anytime. So I suggest you to pre-book your air tickets. And accommodation, we cannot go and search the accommodation once after we reaching the place. So we should plan before. Like a few universities will have in-campus accommodation. So even AUS have in-campus accommodation. That they will inform you once after your application is successful. The university will give you those details. But if you are not applying to the in-campus accommodation in prior, it will be very much limited capacity every university accommodation will have. So your chances of getting it will be very low. So you have to apply it prior. And if you are not getting the accommodation, you also from here itself you can check for outside accommodation near to the university, because initially while you are traveling to a different country, it will be very safe and good that you are staying somewhere near to the university. So you can check for the accommodation. near to the university. And then insurance. This is the most important thing. Definitely, for applying to the visa itself, you need an insurance. And mostly, what we suggest to the students, get the insurance from here itself. So once after you're reaching to the place, you also have to get another insurance in that country. But from here itself, you try to get a long-term insurance. So it will cost you much lesser comparatively with the abroad countries. And then get your SIM cards and so many other things before traveling to the other international country itself. And then prepare yourself for a different world. Why I'm saying is, the student might have lived for 18 or 20, 22 years in a country, and suddenly we are traveling to an entirely different world where the weather would be different, culture and language, everything would be different. So before after going there and suffering for everything, prepare yourself for a different country. So if you're going, for example, if you're going to a country that is very hot in nature, don't book try to book an air-conditioned accommodation. If you are a person living in India in a very hottest place and you are used to that, if you are going to any freezing country, try to avoid booking air-conditioned accommodation and prepare yourself for that weather. And if you have any medical condition, get prescription from your physician and get everything as prior as possible. Then only once after you're reaching the place, you will not suffer for anything. Okay, and then that's it. So these are the very important thing. Everything needs planning. So you have to plan minimum 6 months prior if you have a dream to do your higher studies abroad. Most of the Indian students will have a dream to do their higher studies abroad, right? So if you have that within you, you should definitely plan minimum of 6 months. So that then only you can able to surf through, you can make a research on your favorite subject and which country is best for that, and which country suits your requirements. And if you want the stay back option, you should choose the country accordingly. Few countries might not give you stay back option, and if you only want the career, if you are going for higher studies only to settle down in a country, you have to choose a country accordingly. If you want to do your higher studies to gain knowledge, in number of knowledge, that will be entirely a different thing. So you have to research on that, and you have to choose the universities or countries accordingly. Okay, so after planning and executing all this process, you are ready to fly, and it's finally the time for your dream to come true, and time to learn, explore, chase your dream to reach the destination your heart desires. Okay, and this is the basic diminutive guide, a very short guide for an higher education abroad. The prime thing is plan earlier as possible. So you can connect to agencies. Nowadays there are so many agencies available. So if you're entirely blank and has no idea, you can go to agencies. And if you have some basic knowledge and you're ready, you have some shortlisted some universities, then you can connect to the university website and you can inquire in that. Then they will reward you with providing you an education counselor's number, or reward you to an Indian representative, in-country representative. So if you have a language barrier also, they will help you very well. Okay, so now I also want to take this opportunity to show you about Switzerland and to give you experience about how it looks, how our location looks, and Switzerland University also. Okay. So AUS, American University in Switzerland. So the history of AUS begins in 1963 as an American college in Switzerland. Okay, I think it's not visible.
फीडबैक का फॉर्म कब मिलेगा?
Excuse me for a minute, guys. Here it is. So, American University in Switzerland, yeah. The history of American University begins in 1963 at the creation of American College in Switzerland, and a group of professors came together and they have made an initiative and they have created American University, the college to university, and then now it's one of the leading business universities in Switzerland. And about Switzerland, 8.6 million inhabitants living in Switzerland, and 4 national languages like French, Romansh, and Romansh, German, Italian, and 4 national languages are there in Switzerland. About Switzerland, it is the first country for innovation in the world and top third countries to study in Europe. For Switzerland can give you high-tech and high-quality education. And Switzerland is the 4th happiest country in the world, which is very enchanting country in the world. And Switzerland is in the central location. And 20% of foreign nationalities lives in Switzerland. 28%. So networking, that's why the networking opportunity are very higher. From the total population, 28% is of foreign nationalities as students and the citizens. And here is where, here is AUS. So it is in the city of Lausanne, and it is in the central place where it is surrounded with multinational companies, top multinational companies like Nestle and Apple. And then, I like to take you through Switzerland location where we are located. So have a look at this people. The video has no voice, it's just mild music. For your clarification, someone is asking for the sound in the video. Yeah, that's it. This is where AUS is located, and it is a colorful city. Right? Most of the Bollywood songs were filmed in Switzerland. So many international movies were filmed in Switzerland. Switzerland is famous for its alphanumeric location, but it is also famous, equally good for the high-tech and high-quality education as well. It is ranked third in Europe. Switzerland is ranked third in Europe for the quality of education system that they have. Okay, and yeah, this is the campus. As this is a business university, it's more like a corporate office. The university setup will be entirely like a corporate office. This will how the entire university classrooms will look like. You might feel like you are already in a corporate office. So we are making the students ready for the outside world, for their career. And an overview about AUS: 10-20 students per class. It is more of a personalized learning experience everyone can have. It is 1:7 ratio, which is a very important thing about AUS. So for one teacher, only 7 students. So what will happen? The students can have more personalized learning. Most of the universities will have minimum 30 students in a class, or 50, or even some universities or colleges may have more than that. But here we have only 7 students in a class. One teacher will be teaching for 7 students. So you can have a more personalized learning, and students can shoot out any questions that they have without any fear, and they will become more friendly with the professors, and they will have a good relationship with the professors. So they will have they don't have any hesitations to shoot out questions to the professors. Okay. Oh, we have one teacher, 82 students. Okay, so not only in India, so many countries have will be like that only. Even if it is in school, even 100 students will be in a class, right? In some state boards and all, like 100 students will be in a class. We cannot like blame them. That is how the entire structure is. So here we have planned in a way where the students can have a more personalized learning experience. That's why we have planned with only 10-20 students in the class, and 40 plus nationalities in our campus. So we have students from across the world, from India, from all the every part of the world. From every part of the world, we are having students in the campus, and also professors from India and so many other countries. 40 plus nationalities in the campus. That is why you have an opportunity to if you're going to any country for your career or to pursue furthermore any higher education, we don't have any hesitation, because you are already will be like a global citizen. You will get experience with all the. You will get international friends of 40 plus nationalities. Okay, and 3.5 language spoken for student on average, like French, German, Italian, Romanish. So 3.5 language will be spoken. Every student will be spoken. And students from India, if we are visiting, like studying in the university, they will also get to learn the language. But it is not necessary to know any other language to pursue your education, because the education here will be taught in English language only. But also you will have they will help you in learning all other languages. So it can help you in getting your dream job in the country itself. So if you know any other local language, it will be very easier for you to get any job opportunity in Switzerland. And yeah, these are the accreditations, the IACB, and these are the top higher education. This is the one of the top 6 education accreditation from USA. So that also we have all the top accreditations from the education system across the world. And one request: firstly, the international environment and industry specialization. Okay, so industry specialization means it will be more of a practical education. No rote learning, nothing. It will be completely a practical education. Constantly, student will be taken to industries. Then from there, they will be getting the practical learning experience. And we are not only focusing entirely on education, we also need to be relaxed and keep ourselves fit. If we not only in AUS, if we want to achieve something in life, keeping yourself healthy and your mental and physical well-being is very much equally important, like your education as well as your career. So this will help you to be successful in anything that you are into. So we encourage our students to be actively participate in sports and well-being activities. And then personalized learning. As I said, it is 1:7. So it will be more of a personalized learning experience you can have. And networking, guest speakers and networking. So we near to our universities, there are so many multinational companies, top multinational companies of the world. Switzerland is a hub for the top MNC companies of the world. So from there, our students, Switzerland AWS business students, they got placed in all the nearby multinational companies in a top manageable positions. So we will invite them as a guest speakers. Constantly, they will be visiting our campus to provide the guest lecturer. So students can have an opportunity to to mingle with them and to get networking opportunity to know better on the industry side, and it will help them to in their career path. And the specialization, the business university business administration core program specialization will be accounting, athletic administration, human resource, international business, business management, manufacturing management, marketing, and sports marketing. Sports marketing is the upcoming famous course nowadays. It's a new course. It's a very famous and upcoming course. And to your information, yes, the most salaried person in the world is accounting person. The person who have the financial background and accounting background after doctor profession. And learning, and then master's administration core program, IETA recognized program, aviation management. We have specializations like data analytics, finance, forensic and fraud examination, healthcare administration, human resource management, leadership and change, marketing, and sports management. So these are the specializations that we have in master's degree. So to say more about this, people may think that after completing BCom or BBA only we can pursue MBA. Not that. Any undergraduates or postgraduates can pursue MBA. If you are doing for example, if you are doing an engineering degree, and you can only able to go until a certain level. A CEO, if you check for a CEO, most of the CEOs will only be having their qualification will be MBA. That is the highest position in any company, right? So after a certain point of certain levels, you cannot improve as an engineer. Might be a senior engineer, and to go for any manageable position, it will take a very long time. And if you have a business degree after your engineering graduation, if you have a business degree with you, for example, a leadership or business degree, international business degree with you, you will comparatively you will go to higher manageable position in a very short span of time. In a very young age, you can achieve your dream job. Okay, so management is very important. Anyone can do Masters in Business Administration, MIBA. And another very important aspect and specialization about AUS, American University Switzerland, is we offer a dual degree where a student can able to do one semester in Switzerland and the another semester in USA. So they will be getting a dual degree, which is from a very reputed and famous university. And then a professional certificate. AUS is Apple authorized center as well as IATA authorized training center. So the student can able to get a professional certificate as well as industry diploma. And other programs also that we offer, doctorate degree, online degrees, and so many other summer programs. Student life, yeah. In this one picture is a small example of a student life. Every single person is in this class. Every single person is from a different country. So this is how our campus will look like: Indian, Chinese, and all the Russian, American, from every part of the country we are having the student. Okay, and yeah, this is another enchanting experience of students' life in Switzerland. So what will happen when we are going to pursue our education in universities like this? We will be very much used to new cultures and new people, and we will become a global citizen, and we will have no fear and hesitation when we are going to our job or anything, for a tour or whatever. When we are going to a different country, we won't be having all those hesitations if we are studying in some universities or colleges like this. And yeah, so our students are playing here. So constantly we will allow them to, as well as the education, keeping yourself fit and mentally and physically fit is also equally important. And the accommodation, as I already told you in my previous session, presentation, accommodation. We also have in-campus accommodation. So you can apply for the in-campus accommodation, but you have to apply it in prior, because as like so many other colleges and university, we do have a limited number of limited capacity in our hostels. Okay, so yeah, this is how it looks like. Single and shared accommodations are also available. And there are three major intakes, three major commencements. One is in January, and another one is in May, and another one is in September. September is the major intake. Not only in US and Switzerland, most of the abroad countries, September would be the major intake. So what do I mean by major intake is, so many courses will be open. In some other intakes like January or May, you may not have all the courses. But in September intake, you will have almost all the courses, which and all is available in the university, that you can opt for, will be open. So whatever you're planning for, whichever intakes, you should definitely plan in prior, because the visa will definitely need 4 to 6 weeks. In any country visa, you will get only in 4 to 6 weeks minimum. So you have to apply in prior, and you have to plan bit more prior than that. Okay, and the admission requirement in AUS is high school diploma 2.0 GPA or above, and English language requirement, as I already told you, here also it's 6.0, and for TOEFL IBT 68 or above. Okay, so most of the universities in any countries, the minimum eligibility of English language requirement would be 6.0, and some might ask you for 6.5, very rare case 7. So check that before you are planning to, if you are finalized with any university or college, if you are going to apply, then plan accordingly and study accordingly to achieve the score. Then only you can able to crack into the university. Okay, and students, yeah. Okay, students who have studied a minimum of last 3 years fully taught in English, evidence in their certificate and or transcript, or eligible for an English language waiver, which means you don't need to write the English language requirement test like IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, so on. So if you have the evidence of your last 3 years was taught in English medium, so you don't need to get the English language certificate. English language test. And then, yeah, same for masters, you need to have 2.5 GPA out of 4 for academic requirement, and TOEFL, IELTS 6.0 and 68 in TOEFL, same as bachelor's. And American university does not conduct English interview as a part of process. So many universities, few universities will have a interview process, right? Once if your application is successful, before taking you into the university, they will have a group discussion or personal interview, virtual interviews. But here we don't have that, but you should check on that also. Few universities might have that. And these are the required documents. Completely signed application form, your valid passport, your passport size photo, valid residential permit, and all relevant high school and university documents, proof of English proficiency for non-native speakers. So if you are a native speaker if you are an English native speaker, you don't need to provide the proof. If you are a non-native speaker, then you have to provide the English proficiency certificate. And two referees in the sense you need to get a letter from the reference. If you are an employee, you should get the letter from your employer and from the organization. And also if you're a student, you have to get the letter from or a free letter from your university or college, from your HOD or some person who is taking classes for you, and your CV, updated CV, and a motivation letter. This is very important. So many universities will use this motivation letter also a key for a scholarship. So you have to check for that. Motivation letter, you have to specify about why you want to pursue this particular degree and why in this particular country and what is your aim in your life. Okay, so here we are not more than 500 words. You have to do that. And if it is very much impressive, it can also yield you scholarships. Okay, so here you can write your motivation letter and evidence of sufficient financial means. So how much? So if you have the entire tuition fee, so if you are self-sponsoring or if someone else is sponsoring you, so you have to show the bank statements, and it has to be a very clear funds. So for each and every single piece of amount that was in the account that you are showing to the visa has to be very clear. You have to show the source for each and everything. And if you are going for loan, by pledging which document you have got the loan. So for getting any loans, the banks might ask you for any assets, right? So you should have pledged something. So with that, you can you have to submit all those documents as well. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks for the appreciation. Tips. Okay, then.
Thank you, ma'am, for
Thank you.
very good guidance about how to pursue higher education
सर ये सर्टिफिकेट
abroad,
कैसे लोगों को मिलेगा?
especially in Switzerland. Now the topic is open for discussion after very good keynote speech. So I request participants, if they have any questions or doubts, please.
Yes, please.